We are stopping seasonal depression one season at a time. We are stopping seasonal depression early. And I'm not talking about clinical depression because I'm not an expert on that. However, as a person that I'm a summer baby, I love summer. I love the heat. I love the warmth. I love being outside. I love ice cream. I'm a summer girl down. However, this year, when it starts to get cold, we're not going to be depressed for 6 years out of the month. 6 years out of the month, 6 months out of the year. We're not going to do it. And so today we're going to be talking about something that has really helped me embrace each season so far this year. I've done spring and I've done summer. Now, this really worked for spring because sometimes like spring for me was just like like we're just in spring to kind of get to summer. Like I have a couple of people who it's important to me birthday in spring, but other than that, I'm like ready to move on from that season. But I used this concept and really enjoyed spring. So I am so excited to talk about this today. If you're new here, my name is Jasmine. I'm an inner work coach, which means I'm here to help you learn how to love your life, love your relationships, and live your best life. And today we are going to be talking about making vision boards for each season. Now, I know that people usually make vision boards for the whole entire year. And I love that concept of like having a year, what you want your life to look like. I get it. However, sometimes when we start a vision board and we do our goals at the beginning of the year, they just kind of like trickle off. So I want you to use your vision board that you made at the beginning of the year and the goals that you made at the beginning of the year as a baseline for what you want to add to the last two seasons of the year. Now, right now we're in what I am calling, because we're an adult and we can call things whatever we want to call it now, but this period that it's getting posted, we're at like the beginning of September. And this is a really weird time frame for everyone because it feels like it's fall, but at the same time, like it's actually still summer until the end of September, like the end of Virgo season, the end of the month, 21st, 22nd, somewhere around that time frame is when summer is actually over. For people that love summer like me, you're going to want to stay in summer as long as possible. We're holding on to it. We're wishing it was warm and the heat was still here and just summer vibes were still here, and it's just not completely there. The air feels kind of crispy. It's a little chilly out here. Um, Leaves are falling. They're crunching. They haven't turned, but like some of them are falling. It's just like usually during this time, I'm just like, like summer is leaving us. I can't believe this. However, we're in what's called a transition season right now. It's this month that like after August and the first like 20 days of the month, it feels like for the fall people, they're like, bet it's fall. Like, let me start decorating. Let me start switching over to pumpkin stuff, apple stuff, different spices, bring out the fall candles. For the summer people, we're holding on to it. This month, you have time to do both. You can do apple stuff, you can do pumpkin stuff, you can still do cookouts, you can still get ice cream because we're in a transition season, which means we get to take the best out of each season and enjoy it for these 21 days. So get excited for the fall things. Now, when you do this, get excited for the fall things and the summer things. I can't cut myself off. But when you do this, what you do not want to do is to push all of the fall things together right now. Save some things to be excited for. That is how you get excited for a season, how you get excited for things. Let certain things be special. So until it's officially fall, maybe don't put out that, candle that you have, or until it's officially fall, like maybe don't change the color scheme of your house or, the blankets. Or for me, like I won't be having pumpkin flavored things until it's actually fall, but like certain things I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to enjoy the crunch of the leaves, et cetera, et cetera. So I know people say you're not supposed to wait for things and just enjoy the special things now. And I genuinely agree, but I'm a wholehearted believer in part of the reason that things are special is because they're anticipated. And if you take out the anticipation for the thing, it's no longer going to feel special. I feel very strongly about this when it comes to Christmas. People are like, oh, it just doesn't feel like Christmas anymore. It just doesn't feel the same as when we were kids. You're celebrating Christmas for 2 months. So it doesn't feel like Christmas because it's been Christmas for 2 months out of the year. Again, this year we'll see how I'm feeling on how early I'm going to be celebrating Christmas, but I genuinely just believe I don't think I'm going to be celebrating Christmas before Thanksgiving. we just got to keep certain things in a certain line so that we can have that, like, I can jam so much Christmas in that season and just make Christmas feel really, really special because it's intentional. So what we're doing with these seasons is we're making them intentional. If you've never made a vision board before, this is what I did to actually figure it out. Number one, you can go on Pinterest and you'll pin a couple of things on Pinterest and make a board, like make a fall board. And then when you pin those couple of things, Pinterest now has a feature where you can choose a collage option. So you can cut out certain things and make it like vision board E. Um, Maybe I need to make a longer video on how to actually form a vision board. So if you guys need that, then let me know. But put the collage together. How I do my vision boards is at the center of what I want my focus to be on. Put that in the middle of your vision board because that's what you'll look at most likely. Like that's what your focus is going to be drawn towards. And then on Pinterest, you can save it as an image, make it your lock screen. Because that is going to be your fall themed lock screen. So right now, if you are here and you're watching this before September 21st or September 22nd, when fall actually begins, save this lock screen until fall actually starts because right now we're in a transition season. So it's not completely fall yet, but we're getting there. Now, for what to put on your vision board. How I have learned to make a vision board, because people are like, just put your intentions on there. Like, just put what you feel like should be on there. And it never clicked. I grew up writing out my goals. Like, I am going to walk outside every day. I am going to drink 60 ounces of water, et cetera, et cetera. So, if you're a person like me where it's easier to just kind of write out your goals instead of just putting them in vision form, write them out first. What do you want fall to look like? What do you want to do this fall? Who do you want to be surrounded by? Who do you want to be? What do you want to feel like? What is the vibe, like the overall vibe of the season? Is it cozy? Is it that you want to be going out more and being more social? What hobbies do you want to pick up in this season? Definitely have a hobby for the season. Like reading, I love reading. Reading in the fall when it's like cozy with like a fall candle, like chef's kiss, like that sort of thing is going to be what you want to do. Now, also put stuff on there that is going to make you a better person. What are goals that you have needed to achieve this year that you haven't completely got? Ah, there is always some sort of bug when I film out here. Um, what was I saying? Oh my God, it's literally back. Is it a bee? It is a bee. A honeybee. Okay. Um, what is something that you need to get done and that you need to work on? Oh my God, guys. Okay. What is something that you have really needed to work on and something that you've really needed to, something that you really want to add in there? Is it getting healthier? Is it working on your business? Is it getting organized? What is that thing that you've been putting off and you're supposed to be doing throughout the year, but you just have not accomplished yet? I also cannot tell if this is just one bee or if there's multiple bees, like there's a beehive around, because it doesn't look like it's coming from the same direction. So we'll see. But you're going to want to put things on there that's actually going to make you be productive, because when we're productive, we feel our best about ourselves. And that's going to be really important to stay motivated. We have to stay disciplined in order to stay motivated. So put something on there, like write a goal. I want to wake up at whatever time, or I want to go to bed, because especially when the time changes, if you're in America, because I don't think time changes everywhere. Maybe waking up early isn't going to be the vibe, but because it gets darker earlier, you have an earlier bedtime, and maybe that can be a goal too. So set a goal that's going to make you a better person. Set something that's going to be fun, like something that you can just enjoy by yourself. You're going to want to set something that can be enjoyed with other people, and you're going to want to make plans. Make plans. Otherwise, the weekends just go by. If you really like, if you break down your year or your month or your season into weekends, you realize how little time we actually have to hang out with people. And so it's not actually, I don't want to say little time, because I'm worried we're in abundance. So when you break down your time into weekends, you realize how important it is to be intentional about your time, because depending on what you're focused on and depending on what your priority is, you may want to prioritize you if you look at the time that you have. Okay. If you look at the time that you have and the time that you spend on things, really your time shows what your priorities are. And maybe you want to shift those priorities. Maybe you don't want to be on your phone all the time. Maybe you don't want to be hanging out with certain people all the time. Maybe you don't want all of your time to be hanging out at work. Like maybe one of the goals that you can have is to start doing things after work to make life feel great. Sometimes we believe that, like, oh, well, I have to do things on the weekend. You don't always have to do things only on the weekend. You can do things during the weekday too. So, anyways, that's a rant. We can have these goals that we have written out physically, like, I want to go out more on the weekdays. And then how you make that transition into a vision board is number one, you're going to want to put the fall things on there so that it feels like a fall vibe. Okay. Like when you look up, like, oh, I want to go for walks, and you look up walks, look up like girl walking with autumn leaves, fall forest, or something like that. Path with fall forest. That way it can be themed. And then a lot of the times, all you have to do to get a picture for your vision board is to put aesthetic behind it. So, girl working aesthetic, black woman working aesthetic. Um, Maybe if like your hobby, like you want to try different hairstyles, you want to do different things, you can even put that on the vision board. Like if you have a hairstyle that you want to do or a vibe that you want to have and you want to switch it up, look it up, put it on your vision board. And that way, when we go into fall, we're really excited about the season and we're very intentional with what we're doing during the season so that it doesn't just feel like a waste where we're waiting for summer or we're waiting for winter or spring whenever it's our favorite season and we're just waiting. We're going to really soak up what we need to in this season to just feel great about it and then have it as your lock screen so every day you can look at it and see your goals. And then when you're not working, when whatever you're doing isn't aligned with what you actually had on your vision board, then you can clock it and be like, oh, I could be drawing right now. I could be reading. I could be scheduling time with friends. I could be going to the gym. I could be having this juice or even things to like check out, check off. And one thing that would be really, really, really exciting is to take pictures that you can replace on your vision board. I haven't done this yet, but I really, really want to. It's on my list of things that I want to do. But like if you have a picture of a path with fall leaves, you take your own picture of the path with fall leaves that you can place on your own like vision board that's like completed. If you have a smoothie, take a picture of the smoothie and instead of it being on that vision board, put it on your own vision board, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'll probably pop in some examples of my past vision boards. Not everything on these boards have gotten the biggest bag. Not everything on these boards have gotten accomplished, but at the same time, it's not about getting everything done because we have more time and then there's just more things to look forward to in the next season. Some things may transition over with you, like I may take some of the summer things and bring them over to fall, but some things are just going to be for next fall. And then you have something to look forward to literally for next fall. So, I hope this helps. I really want you guys to enjoy your fall or winter or spring or whenever you're watching this, and put in the comments below what you are doing to genuinely enjoy this fall because I need ideas. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and I will see you in the next video. I love you.